Hello everyone, and welcome to another Moments. Now, as promised, I said I was going to make also a Paladin tanking video, and this is going to be it. Um, so first, as you can see, the gear on this one is even lower than my Death Knight. The reason is I don't really play Protection Paladin that much. I mostly use it for Holy, like if you see if I equip my Holy stuff. 4400, that's a lot better. So anyways, let me get my broad stuff back on. As you can see, not a lot of hit points, and basically I'm missing crap. Actually, I have enchants on this, lol. But I'm still missing a ton of enchants on several places. Like here I don't have stamina enchant. And on some places I'm missing gems, on other places I have whatever, random stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to do this video since you guys also wanted to know about this. Now, regarding the Paladin, I'm not such a good Paladin tanker as well, just like on my Death Knight. Like I said, I play mostly on my Warrior, and the Warrior is what I'm really good at. But anyways, let's get started on the talents, shall we? So for this particular build, I went with 5 out of 5 Seals of the Pure. What this does is it increases the damage of Seal of Righteousness, Vengeance, and Corruption. Normally what happens is, at least from what I think happens, because I never actually did a proper raid with this character, I believe that during Trash you guys want to use Seals of the Righteous, because it gives you like more front damage. Like for instance, let's just try this. Okay, so that was 169, 169, 169. Whereas if you go with Seal of Vengeance right from start, 0, 50, 85, 143, finally goes up to 160. You know what I mean? So the thing is, Seal of Vengeance only starts being like really good after a few hits, but once it becomes good, it's better than Seal of Righteousness. So when you're in a raid, you will want to tank Trash using Seal of Righteousness and then switch to Seal of Vengeance during a boss. At least that's what I hear. Like I said, I don't really raid with this character. Normally I just tank and I keep Seal of Vengeance up, and I don't have much problems keeping threat on everything. But if you want to really min-max, this is what I think you should go for. So anyways, that aside, this basically increases the damage when you're using Seal of Vengeance or Seal of Corruption if you're a Blood Elf, and your what's the other seal? It's in Righteousness. Okay, that's why I have those points there. Now on the Retribution Tree, I always like to start with the smaller trees because those take less time. So anyways, on the Retribution Tree you want to go for 5 out of 5 in deflection for obvious reasons. You want to get your parry up. And then here's what I do. I go for Heart of the Crusader, and I believe that a lot of Paladins go for this as well, or at least I think they should, in my opinion. Because basically with this, you're going to be buffing your raid, which means that, I mean, it's like this. I want to get to this talent, right? Vindication. Because Vindication is basically like demoralizing shout for the warriors, except it's automatic. Okay, whenever you're hitting the target, there's a chance it's going to get Vindication. Like, let's see. If I go over here, and I start swinging away at this bastard, and you will notice that he gets the Vindication debuff here, as you can see. So he's going to get his attack power reduced by 574, just like I said. It's like a demoralizing shout, but it's not AoE, it's just for single targets or whatever target you happen to be hitting. So anyways, that's Vindication. So I want to get to this talent, right? So in order to get it, I have to pick some more talents to go down the tree. So what I want to do is I want to check what's going to benefit me as well as my party. And so like this, for instance, it's going to increase the critical strike chance of all attacks made against the target by 3%. Heart of the Crusader. And it procs all the time, okay, when you're making judgments like this. You see, that's a judgment right there, and he's gonna get the, where is it? Heart of the Crusader increases the chance of critical strikes against the target by 3%. Okay. And the other one, Improved Judgments, basically lets me judge 2 seconds faster, which is good to keep threat and everything. So now regarding the Protection Tree, oh, also I cut the music here. Give me a second. There we go. Also on the Protection Tree, what I want to get here is Divine Strength. Increases your total strength by 15%. This has 2 effects. First, it's going to boost my threat. Second, it's going to boost my block value, because I don't know if you guys know or not, basically nowadays block value scales from strength. I believe it is 2 strength equals 1 block value. I'm not exactly sure if that's accurate, but it's something along those lines. Then you want to get Anticipation, increases your chance to dodge by 5%. Pretty self-explanatory. And on this tier, you can be selfish or not. If you're not selfish and you want to go to raids and stuff and like have more tools at your disposal, you want to go ahead and take Divine Sacrifice. It's going to take out 30% damage from your party and direct it to yourself. This is good in raids, and I think it will rarely ever be useful in instances. It might be in 1 or 2 occasions, but very specific, okay? And this will allow you also to get Divine Guardian, which means that whenever you pop this, besides transferring 30% of all damage taken to the party to yourself, it's going to make your party take 20% less damage, which is pretty good. And on top of that, it's also going to increase the duration of your Sacred Shield and the amount of damage absorbed. And this is also good, like if you want to tank some content and you're feeling that you're taking too much damage, you can pop Sacred Shield on yourself. And so basically it's absorbing damage. It says here 500. I believe that the tooltip doesn't take into account the talent, which means it's actually absorbing 1000 damage and increasing the chance that I'm critically hit with Flash of Light. Anyways, it's good to have for the shield thingy. If you don't want it, you can go ahead and put stuff into Reckoning. Some people don't like Reckoning. I actually like Reckoning. I would like to get 1 point in here, but unfortunately, due to the recent review I made of my tanking build, I thought that the 2% chance didn't warrant the 1 talent point. But usually what I usually did in my other builds, I used to have 1 point here, because it's like one little proc that gives you a chance sometimes. Well, I liked it, okay? It's just that. So anyways, the other thing you need to take for sure is Improved Righteous Fury. You definitely have to take this talent. Basically, it reduces all your damage by 6%, and you always going to get damage reduction talents. This one speaks for itself. It's going to increase your armor value by 10%. Pretty obvious. This one is not necessarily mandatory. Some people don't like it. I love it. I mean, it increases your armor, the bonus duration of your not the bonus duration, the bonus armor granted by Devotion Hour by 50%, and it also increases the amount healed on target affected by the Devotion Hour, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's just 3 talent points, and it's 6% increased healing and 50% increased armor. It's pretty sweet. I mean, just look. My armor at the moment is 23,000. Boom, Devotion Aura 25,000. Okay, pretty sweet. Anyways, let's keep going, shall we? Blessing of Sanctuary pretty much speaks for itself. You need to have Blessing of Sanctuary when you're tanking. Okay, it's basically going to grant you mana and reduces damage taken. Pretty simple. Oh, and in its latest edition, it also increases strength and stamina. So it's like, oh, I don't have Kings. Oh, it's okay. I have Sanctuary, which also gives me everything I need from Kings. Get it? Sacred Duty increases your total stamina by 8%. Enough said. Doesn't even matter the cooldowns and whatever. 8% stamina. Boom. Take it. Increases all damage you deal when a one-handed melee weapon is equipped by 10%. Warriors have to spend 5 talent points to get this. Explain me that. Why do Paladins get it for 3 points? I'll never know. Or maybe I do. Anyways, Spiritual Attunement. You want to get this because basically it's gonna make your mana bar work like a rage bar, which basically means you have infinite mana, because whenever you're beating on something, someone will have to heal you, because you're gonna get massive damage normally. So while they're healing you, your mana is going up. So it's like having an infinite rage bar. Never goes down. Holy Shield. self-explanatory. It's not really a cooldown. This actually works like the old shield block for warriors, where you had to spam it all the time, except you don't. You only have to spam it like every 8 seconds. You're not forced to spam it. I like to spam it because, I mean, it's like I said, I only tank heroics, but on raids it might not be so useful to spam it. You should experiment with this at your own peril.